Hello. We're with the AT&T Developers Conference right now, soaking up a lot of new information about AT&T's directions for 2013. We have an opportunity to spend some time with Maria Dillard, who is the Vice President of Video Product for AT&T UVerse. Thanks a lot, Maria, for taking the time to talk with us. As this CES show came together, you guys sent out an announcement about a multi-screen service that you're calling ScreenPack.
Yes.
Could you just briefly give us a sense of what that's all about?
Sure, absolutely. This is a on-demand package. It's a subscription package for $5 a month. Our UVerse customers can now go in and access an additional 1,500 or so titles, and they're movie titles. And we're looking at this as a holistic, on-demand capability for our customers. So not only can they access it on the TV, and they can go there, and there's a category that's called ScreenPack now. They can go in there and have access to those movies anytime they want, as many times as they want. We also have it offered across our other devices, so our smartphone and our tablet app. It's called UVerse, or our UVerse app. All of those titles are also available there. So for that particular fee, and it's a nominal fee for $5 a month, you can go in and you can access it on the TV or on one of the devices. And then as well, we have our uverse.com site that has over 280,000 titles of content today. And there's a ScreenPack now that you can go in there, and it's the same titles that you would get across the world. So this is our way to go across screens and give our customers additional content.
It's fascinating. So your regular video on demand service, like you said, 200,000 plus titles, people pay for that in the traditional way, or don't if it's free video on demand, I assume. So there's the different price points for rental of a video. But this is offering those 1,500 titles for that one-time fee, so you don't pay additionally within those. What distinguishes those titles from everything else?
Well, like I said, we're doing a holistic on-demand offering, right? And so if I'm a UVerse customer, I want our UVerse customers to have access to whatever they're looking for. So on the TV on demand, you still have the ability to go a la carte. So the new releases, you can still go in there and purchase those on an a la carte basis. We also have additional library content, longer tail. You can do that a la carte. But what we've done is we've given them a longer list of titles just for $5. You can have access to any of them.
Are some of those current? I mean, is it a mix of current and long tail, or is it all long tail?
On the ScreenPack, there are some new titles there, but for the most part, our big new releases are still in the normal on-demand library.
Now, with regard to the a la carte side, have you now extended a portion of that into the multi-screen environment as well?
We do have, especially on our premium content. So if I have a UVerse package that has HBO stars, for example, in it, I can go on the TV and I can get access to all of that content. I can also go across all screens on the UVerse app on the tablet and the smartphone, as well as uverse.com, and I can have access to those movies and TV shows as well. So going across like that, yes. On the new releases, we are little by little bringing on additional content across on the other screens.
With the ScreenPack, would a subscriber have access to that on their mobile,
yes,
no matter where they are?
Yes.
So this breaks any boundaries as far as the UVerse footprint is concerned.
If you're a UVerse subscriber, again, today we're offering it to UVerse subscriber, and if I have purchased that subscription package, I can play that back on my other devices across Wi-Fi, 3G, 4G, so it is available. And of course, there'll be data charges if you're not on the Wi-Fi. Yes.
So you have expanded, announced an expansion of the UVerse footprint to now go, what, 35 million households? 33 million households. How many homes do you pass now?
So we are at 24.5 million.
Okay, so it's a significant increase that the UVerse television service will be available.
Yes, it's an additional 8.5 million customer locations that we're taking it to.
Is there thought of offering some kind of television service outside of the footprint of the fiber deep architecture. In other words, over the broadband UVerse, or even in the areas that you're now shutting down DSL and introducing LTE as sort of the replacement for fixed service. Will some kind of video emerge as part of a product offering that you would brand in those environments?
I think if you look at what is going on in the industry, the over-the-top model is there, but there's a business model that has to be worked through. So today, again, as I mentioned, our uverse.com site online gives you the ability to get to additional content there, and there is some streaming capability on that site. So at this point, I really can't comment any further on that.
Okay, so there's no decision now to say in those LTE areas on your fixed territory to say offer some kind of over-the-top branded TV service as a supplement.
We're not commenting further.
As you look at the LTE side of things, and from a video perspective, do you feel that is totally apart from any strategies or plans, but just from a fundamental theoretical standpoint, do you feel that the capacity on the network is going to be substantial enough to actually offer a compelling video service over that?
If you look at what we've announced at this point, certainly what we're building out with our VIP program is looking to make sure that we are taking care of all the customers' needs. So I'll just put it to you that way.
Okay, and the customers need video, so we have to assume that you're looking at this as capable of achieving those things. As AT&T has gone through this past year of evaluation, which way to go, all the which obviously Randall Stevenson acknowledged in his remarks at the announcement. I guess some of the feedback I got, and we reported on this, was that there was a serious question: do you really want to be in the television business at all? And what is there about what's happening in the marketplace in response to what you're offering, and the competitive environment and everything else that has prompted you to say we want to expand this?
So if you look at what we have announced, expanding the broadband network across into that many additional locations, as well as with the wireless and the LTE side, if you look at what our customers are doing from AT&T, there's a bundling capability there, right? And so you have access to broadband network, the wireless network, and we make our customers even more pleased when we're able to bundle additional content, or additional services on top. So if I am going to have a broadband, I'm going to have wireless, and I can attach TV to it, we see a much happier customer and a much more sticky customer.
It's sort of almost pro forma given of what the customer expects nowadays.
Right. That's right.
As you look at the opportunities that your network affords you with video, you've begun introducing a lot of compelling new apps and different functionalities out there. The latest ones being the ability to pitch, I guess, photos and video from your cell phone to the TV. Tell us a little bit about that.
So it's called, the platform when we announced it actually earlier last year, and it's called UVerse Enable. So what we've done is we have opened up APIs to our TV receivers in the home via the software. And I'll just take Twonky Beam for example. It's an application that Packet Video produced, and we've opened up those APIs. They created their own app. Twonky Beam was out there, and they made it UVerse enabled. So what it does is it allows me to search on my smartphone or on my tablet for internet videos. So let's just take YouTube for example. And if I see something on YouTube that I want to watch, instead of everyone hovering around my handset, I can just hit a beam button and it beams it to the screen, to the large screen in the home.
Wow.
So it connects to any of our TVs
that's just
that have
free?
receivers.
That's just an app that you can download and
and the UVerse Enable platform is twofold. It allows us to engage our customers and give them an easy, seamless capability to put things on the large screen. And it also is open it up for third-party developers. So we have a session this afternoon where we're going to re-engage the developers and say, here's what you can do with it, here's the APIs that are open. And then so third parties, and if you just think of outside third-party developers, the way they're going to innovate, knowing this is there and capable to, for us over 4.3 million customers, there's going to be additional applications coming.
And so as you move in this direction, obviously you're not going to get to the hundreds of thousands of apps that are available on mobile, but you are going to get to a substantial number. How will that be managed? I mean, how will it be presented to the end user in terms of their options? Is there going to be an AT&T Uverse app store that people go to?
Well, today we actually just updated our user interface for our applications on the TV, because we have more than 30 regular TV applications that we offer, not just Uverse enabled. So if I'm on my handset, that's a Uverse enabled one. But we have plenty of TV applications as well. And so we have a nice menu, and you can go through and search for the apps that we do have available. And there is a section that's called Uverse enabled. And what's really nice about it is you can go to the App Store on your phone and just put in and search for Uverse enabled, and those apps will come up. So that's an easy way for them to search. And then on the TV, we make that available as well. And so if I would look up and I see Twonky Beams there as a Uverse enabled, it also has the QR code, and all I have to do is scan it, and it automatically downloads it to my device.
Good. One of the things that you were early on with, of course, is the use of the iPhone as a navigation platform for your television. How has that gone? Are people using that?
Yes, they are. They are. And if you think about, I have my iPhone, so for example, it's personalized to me. I put that app in a certain place. I know how to search on my own device. Customers are definitely interacting with it, and I actually use it at home an awful lot. So we have not only that, but our new Easy Remote application that we have. It's available on the iOS platform. Customers are able to go in there and just, you can use your speech and search and ask for CNN. You could say that, and it can pull it up on your app, and you can just go straight.
Have you moved this to tablets yet?
I'm sorry?
Have you moved this to the tablet space?
Yes, the Easy Remote is now available on tablets as well. So depending on how we go and develop, all of these will be made available on the tablet that developers work.
So this opens up an opportunity. All this talk of second screen, and everybody's into that right now. And a big issue is syncing up everything. By virtue of navigation and the signals going back, your system will know what people are watching, what they've chosen, and therefore could very readily sync up the apps that go with what they've chosen to watch. Are you looking at that? Is that second screen opportunity leap out at you as something significant?
That's exactly what we're doing, is the second screen here, because we see customers that get more engaged. They're watching the large screen. So for example, I want to watch my sporting event on the large screen. That's happening. The news is on the large screen. But if I'm watching an episode, a TV show, for example, I'm going to get more content, for example, and that application on the handset or on the tablet knows what you're watching on TV, and it can bring you back.
So some of those 30 apps you mentioned are already doing
Yes,
this?
they're already doing it.
I see, yeah. And it's social media too, of course.
Yes.
So does that move you into the advertising space at all, or is that going to be left up to the programmers?
So just like everyone, right, the advertising side of that model is important to all of us, and some of our applications we absolutely are actually working directly with advertisers. So we've launched a couple of Food Network, for example, we have a TV application, and so they're able to use that app and get some advertising going back and forth with the customers.
So you're already in the experimental stage of finding out how this resonates with consumers, and we'll have to be watching you real closely. Okay. Thank you so much, Maria. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Take care.